Hello, and welcome to a brief video lecture that I've put together for you with my comments and concerns about your rough drafts of your website analysis memos. And basically, I was very pleased with the rough drafts of the memos, so I'm going to be able to go through them fairly quickly, and thought that they were by and large in very good shape, and so was pleased to see all the hard work that had gone into them. And so I don't have too many critical comments to make, but I do want to kind of show off the work that you've done, um, so that you can see your own work and others can see it, and you can also kind of maybe look at some of your peers' drafts and maybe get some ideas from them, things that you can apply to your own. So let me review some of my general comments, and then I'm going to go through your drafts pretty quickly. So in general, first of all, make sure you're using a standard memo format. So let's not do this as an essay or I guess by that same token, where a double spacing is fine for a rough draft, by the time you get to a final draft, you're going to want to condense that down to single spacing or 1.5 or 1.15. So we want it to look like a memo. So we're generating professional documents here. And also make sure you're using headings and subheadings to help guide the reader through the document the first time through. Frame the content of the memo, what's going on here. Make it easy for them to get in and out of the memo in case they get interrupted in the reading process. And ease of information retrieval after the fact when they're talking about the memo at a later point. So also, obviously, make sure you're using screen captures, call-out boxes to help illustrate what you're talking about. And in the sense of illustrating what you're talking about, that kind of puts that emphasis on the main text, and that the screen captures and call-out boxes are helping to get your message across. So they're supplemental to the main text. So, so I think my last item here, I said, in the evaluation analysis section, you should have as much of a main text as you do supporting screen captures. And also, second to last bullet item, that section should be the biggest section in your memo. It's the big payoff for the client, for the reader, and so that needs to be adequately developed. Also, I didn't put it here, but your recommendations, you can have them in the evaluation analysis section, but we need to restate them in their own section. And I recommend doing that as a bulleted list. Then they kind of look like action items. Okay, so let me go through your drafts and take a look at them, and mainly to give you some sense of kind of what some of your peers are doing and maybe ways that you could improve your own memo. So I didn't have too many critical comments. Okay, let's take a look. This particular memo shows good overall development and use of section headings and screen captures and call-out boxes. So it seems to be in very good shape. This one does as well. Lots of good development. Maybe watch the margin here. Try not to get too close to the margin. This one probably needs a little more work than most, and but the writer is off to a pretty good start. Probably can't comment much more about it at this point. Okay, this one seems to be off to a good start, good appearance, good use of screen captures, good development of the main text. And this one I think also seems to be off to a good start. Okay, and some recommendations, still working on that. And this one I think is off to a good start, but certainly much more development needed on the text. And so the writer has some direction here, but we also need to work on that main text quite a bit. Okay, and this one The writer has good start on the memo. Evaluation analysis, we might need to break some of that up quite a bit, and of course incorporate the screen captures, and but certainly acceptable at the rough draft stage. And this one looks like it's got lots of good development, good use of headings and screen captures and call out boxes, and good overall development. So recommendations, might want to put some of those in a bulleted list fashion as action items. But overall, I think this memo is in really good shape. And this memo appears to be in reasonably good shape. And definitely coming along. And this memo, I think, appears to be coming along in good order. And this one as well. Good use of headings and subheadings and screen captures and call out boxes. Good overall organization and development. I like the evaluation section broken down into subheadings that are in red. Okay, and this one I think is coming along fairly well, although after the statement of purpose, we need the background overview section before we go into evaluating and analyzing it and tearing it apart. So, okay. And this one seems to be coming along pretty well. Good overall appearance, organization, development. And I think this one's coming along pretty well. Maybe some more overall development. So we do have 3.5, 4 pages here, but I think you could easily go on for quite a bit longer with this. Okay, and this one also for a rough draft in very good shape, good organization, development. Okay, also this one seems to be coming along in very good shape. Good organization and development, use of screen captures and call out boxes and headings and subheadings. And this one also seems to be coming along in very good shape. Evaluation analysis broken down into subsections with their own subheadings. Okay, and just definitely need more overall development. So we could easily go on for a couple more pages on this. Okay, and this one at the rough draft stage seems to be coming along very well, and I think if the more we could add to it would make it even better. Okay, and this one also seems to be off to a good start. Definitely needs some more overall development. Okay, and this one also seems to be off to a good start. And obviously just still in progress at this point. Okay, and this one seems to be off to a good start. Good rough draft, good use of headings and subheadings and screen captures and call out boxes. Good development on the main text. Probably at the recommendation section, I'd recommend a bulleted list of action items. And we need a conclusion. We don't want to say sincerely at the end of a memo. So delete that. Okay. Okay, and I think this one is off to a good start for the rough draft stage. We do need that background overview section before we get into this part. And then we do have a good evaluation analysis, suggestions and recommendations. I think there could be more development on this evaluation analysis section. And then we have the conclusion. Okay, this one also seems to be off to a good start and coming along well, but obviously I think even more development would make it even better. And this one I think is off to a good start. I think it looks like we're at about 1.5 spacing, which is fine. Do use block paragraphs throughout. I think I'd like to see it tightened up a little bit more than just 1.15 spacing. Um, Conceptually, I like the way this memo is coming along. Good use of screen captures and good use of headings and subheadings. Just need more overall development, but otherwise on the right track. So again, back to my overall comments and concerns. I think everyone was doing all of this, and so and good looking memos, good design, good readability. Maybe just, if I could say anything in general, maybe just keep going back in and beefing up those individual sections. And I'm very pleased with the rough drafts at this point. And I think they're on their way to being really good final drafts. So I'm looking forward to the final draft. We will continue with presentations next week, and I will collect the final draft of the memo by Friday of next week. All right, thank you for your time.